Aloha! Good morning! Welcome back once again, or good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this at some point in the future. Thank you so much for joining in. Welcome to another week here on planet Earth. Yeah, we're alive! Awesome! Thank you so much for being able to take time out of your day to be able to create time for this practice, for us to be able to come here together. This is going to be a big week. I'm going to say this a few times as we get the broadcast going. And for anybody who even is just like here, we'll just obviously just take a few moments. I want to be able to wait for just a few more people to be able to join. But do you guys know? Do you guys know why this is a big week today? I'll give you a few minutes just to be able to think about it. So as we do that, of course, just gently begin massaging your body. Begin listening to your body. Let's use this as a chance to really just tap into the awareness of our chi, into the awareness of how our physical body is feeling, how our emotional body is feeling, how our spiritual body is feeling. All those very important things. And thank you everyone who's making it. I can see more people joining in live, so I appreciate everyone being here. So for those of you who may be entirely new, this is something that we've been doing here for almost like 2 months now, which is like pretty awesome and a huge milestone in itself. And again, when we do this is us being able to create that morning ritual, to be able to show up, to be able to start our day with intention, with inspiration, with meditation, with a little bit of movement, with just being able to practice our focus, to be able to train ourselves. And I'm sure you've all heard this before, like how many people have always said that, oh, if you were to start your day with an hour of meditation or even half an hour of meditation, it would probably make a huge difference in your day. Well, I'm sure we've all heard that, and how many of us have actually been able to maintain a consistent routine with that? Not to say we haven't tried, but let's be honest, sometimes it can be a little bit challenging. So by us being here together, by us showing up, by me showing up, by you showing up, for everybody showing up, it creates that momentum. It creates that shared accountability. So Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, this is a regular broadcast that we do. It's called Waking Up with Wolf, and this is, again, it's about waking up in a literal way. Obviously, some of you are literally waking up first thing this morning, but of course within our inspiration, this is about waking up to our potential. So for those of you who may be joining in on this moment, I was just asking a second ago, and as we do this again, just begin at any point where I'm just kind of talking, just use this as a moment to really just begin moving your body, slight gentle stretches, even gentle massages. So I was just asking for everybody here, we'll just take a quick survey. This is going to be a big week today. This week. This is going to be a big week this week. And do you know why? Do you know why this is going to be a big week this week? I mean, obviously we can just feel like every week's going to be a big week, but why is this week in particular going to be a big week? I'll give you a minute here just to be able to think about it for a second. Internally, you already know, and I'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about. So, again, just begin giving yourselves a gentle, deep tissue massage, rolling your shoulders, straightening your spine, connecting with your breath, feeling how does your breath feel? Again, just becoming aware of the chi within your body. Giving yourself the gift of some nice deep exhales. Giving yourself a nice facial massage. Again, just giving you guys another minute here. This is gonna be a big week this week. Why is it a big week this week? And obviously there's a million answers to this. So as you're just doing this, I want to invite you also just give yourself a gentle head massage as well. Head massages are so important. How many people actually make a routine of giving themselves a head massage, whether in the shower or just on a regular routine? One of the great ways just to be able to get the blood flowing. Oh, for any of us who are just being aware of, what our scalp feels like, how our hair is continuing to change through our lifetime, massaging our head is a great way just to be able to make sure that the blood is flowing through there, getting good circulation, and of course giving yourself just a little bit of love. And you can get even just a little bit of pressure behind your necks. Okay, so anyways, why is it a big week this week? That was a big question of the day. Huge mystery. It's not really a mystery. But yes, as you guys know, some of you have already left the comments in the chat. We have a full moon coming up this Friday, so that's a thing in itself. So this week is going to be a big week because we are building up the momentum that we are taking with us into the full moon. And so, as we activate ourselves, I really want us to be able to use this practice today to be able to drop into a space where we'll be getting clarity and insight and planting seeds for how we want this week to be. and how we can show up in the best way possible. So whoop whoop, that's right. We got a full moon coming up this Friday is the day, April 19th, April 20th. So it's going to be a big week. This Friday, just to share with you guys a little bit of information, and again, just please continue to keep massaging yourself in any place that you need it, or just stretching in any way. You could even just be standing up and just doing some gentle stretches if you need it. We're going to be moving into a little meditation next, and then we're going to be going into a chakra practice meditation. So one of the things I just want to be able to share with you is that this Friday and Saturday there's a local festival, 2-day festival that is happening that's like inside of a cool mansion. It's like an old mansion. It's called the Good Vibes Only Party, Good Vibes Only Festival. And if you're in London, Ontario, Canada, absolutely please feel free to check it out. And so long story short, I've been invited to be able to facilitate some meditation there. So some meditation on the full moon. And I'm going to be like doing some tarot reading, and they're going to be like having some like buttons to give out and stuff like that. So that's like one thing that I'm definitely looking forward to. So what are you looking forward to this Friday? Think about this. And if you haven't yet started making plans for the full moon, now's your chance. Start giving yourself a little bit of something to look forward to this Friday. Give yourself some sort of special occasion that you want to be able to do for this full moon. Maybe you're going to call up some friends. Maybe you're going to go spend some time out in nature. Maybe you're going to go to like some sort of like awesome show. Maybe you're going to go do like free hugs downtown on a Friday. Whatever it is, again, full moons are a great chance for us to be able to amplify the signals, for us to be able to like ride those waves, to be able to use it to tap into deeper parts of ourselves, for us to be able to shift the paradigms in some very exciting ways, for us to be able to just use that time maybe in a very personal space, to be able to reflect. So again, with the full moon coming up this Friday, let us continue to build the momentum through this week. Let us feel the excitement of the full moon, even now, because I mean the truth is, like, we don't have to wait for the full moon to understand that the moon is always full. And when we can kind of like align with that energy in ourselves, we can like really just like, we can breathe it in right now. But absolutely, what happens when the full moon, what happens when the moon's a little bit full? Some of you might notice that synchronicities tend to increase. Inspiration is a little bit more there. People are a little bit more open. And so you can that's the thing. Like the full moon has a tendency to kind of bring that out of us. But in the same way, like that feeling is always there. It's always accessible is kind of the idea. So even right now, you can kind of think, okay, how would I be feeling if today was a full moon? I'd be like, oh, wow, I just feel like a little bit chippier or something like that. We can feel like that today. Like, we literally can. In the same way, you know, even for those of you who were tuned in Friday, like, remember what it felt like when it was Friday, last Friday? And you were just like, yeah, I was so pumped. Like, we were, like, dancing and, like, throwing it down. And you can just, like, throw it down right now just for a little bit. But again, we can feel that way right now. We can start our week like that. Absolutely, right? So let's just bring our hands to our heart and let's just drop in. I want to guide you through a very gentle meditation. And again, just straightening up your spine. If you need to do any more body movement, absolutely, please feel free to do this. And when you're ready, bring yourself to this place of stillness. Let's just connect with our hearts. Close your eyes. Gentle inhale, exhales through the nose. Or exhales through the nose and the mouth, whatever's comfortable for you. Gentle inhale. Gentle exhale. So right now we're just moving ourselves into a receptive space, shifting our brain waves a little bit more into theta, feeling nice and relaxed. Gently, what I want you to do, I want you to take your hands. You can open your eyes and just look at what I'm doing. Take your index and your thumb, put them together on both hands, so you kind of look like this. And then gently, you're just going to place those down on your laps, on your thighs. So I mean, I'm sure some of you probably even do this just by default. It's connecting the circuit when we do this. What we're going to do right now, I want you to close your eyes. And I'm just going to ask you a few questions. And you're going to answer these questions for yourself. You're going to speak them even out loud to yourself. That will help with this practice. And I want you to reflect. Starting off with today, using this meditation to really just be able to connect ourselves to our future. I want you to think today, what do you need to do today in order to be able to show up in the best way you can? So simply put, I want you to think, what are even just like 2 or 3 of the things that you know you need to do today? And this could be like something that is maybe a little bit more just, standard responsibility. But maybe there's something where there's like some sort of project, some sort of assignment, some sort of task. And maybe there's a part of you that perhaps is not, maybe you're not fully excited about it just yet. Whatever that task is, be it mundane or be it a little bit more intricate, I want you to think, what's the best way you can show up to that? Because essentially that is your job. Your job for yourself, your job for others, is to be able to show up in the best way you can, to be able to help create the best outcome you can for today. Just for today. So just take a few moments here, and as you do this, just gently breathe into your heart. Now I want you to focus on visualizing yourself doing whatever it is that you need to do today. But before you do this, I want you to gently tilt your chin up towards the ceiling, tilt your forehead, literally just a little bit, just up towards the ceiling, just a little bit. And as you continue to breathe, you may feel a slight tingling sensation in your third eye. And I want you to just visualize in your mind's eye what your day looks like with you doing what you need to do today, showing up in the best way possible. So I want you to imagine today, I want you to imagine the best outcome today can have for you. So I want you to imagine you doing your tasks, showing up, and then I want you to imagine, how is your day going to end today? Maybe you're going to end it by reading a book. Maybe you're going to meditate before you go to bed. How are you going to feel at the end of today when you know that you did what you needed to do and that you helped create the best outcome possible? I want you to visualize that. I want you to bring in the feeling of what it feels like. A feeling of victory, a feeling of accomplishment, today's been a good day. Maybe it flowed smoothly for you. Maybe it was incredibly fun. Maybe you were tested. Maybe you were challenged. But through that, you got to see how you showed up. You allowed yourself to be able to show up in creativity, show up in clarity. Maybe you inspired someone else today simply through your authentic actions. Feel what it feels like to end your day today in the best way possible, whatever that means to you. Now, as you're doing this, understand that by you visualizing this is a very simple but very powerful meditation used thousands and thousands of years ago as well. I want you to understand that you are literally creating a pathway to that future. You're establishing a connection that will help guide you through today. The more you can practice connecting with that feeling, be it today, and as we'll practice in a second, be it the end of the week, be it 3 months from now, be it 10 years from now. the more you can practice getting clear on how you want to direct your future, the more you can practice bringing that visualization in and feeling it, the more you'll find yourself naturally on that path. Because the future does exist. And you have the choice to align with it. So take a few more minutes here, a few more moments rather, just acknowledge. What does it feel like to have that connection? Can you feel a little bit more clarity opening up for your day today? Can you feel a little bit more inspiration? Lifting your chest, straightening your spine, relaxing your face. Even just adding, if you want to, relaxing your face, but also even just adding a little smile onto your face. How does it feel? How does it feel knowing that you showed up today? And you're just like, yeah, that was a good day today. That was a good day because I put in an honest effort. Maybe I didn't get everything I wanted to get done today. That's okay. But I showed up with an honest effort. And I think that's the most important thing we can ever do. It's good to have goals. And sometimes those goals will not be accomplished all in one go. But if we show up with an honest effort, if we show up as our authentic self, that's a good day. Give yourself that gift. Now, gently, I want you to begin imagining, how do you want to end your week this week? I want you to visualize yourself Friday or Saturday. I want you to visualize yourself. And maybe you don't know exactly what it's going to be. Maybe it's more of a feeling. And I want you to imagine that full moon shining. And maybe you're imagining yourself just like out on a nature walk. Maybe you're imagining yourself at some sort of amazing party with some friends, socializing. Maybe it's like a nice hot bath for yourself with some candles. How do you want this week to be concluded? Connect with that feeling. Visualize that, tilting up your forehead just a little bit, feeling a slight tingling in your third eye. Again, as you're doing this, you're not just imagining, but you're also receiving the foresight of your future. You're creating from the present moment as well as receiving from the future as well, what we recognize as the future. So gentle inhales, gentle exhales. Again, connecting with the feeling of what your Friday is going to be like, with that full moon, knowing that you have put in another exciting week of honest, hard work, of honest, smart work, of play, of fun, of excitement, of joy. You've grown even a little bit more this week. Even committing for those of us who are sharing in that path of even just the simple things of practicing our temperance, showing up to this practice, exercising through the week, eating healthy, not smoking cannabis until the end of the week if you make that choice, such as myself. Yes, cannabis is totally a valuable tool, but I invite you to choose to save it until Friday. Meaning nothing from now till then. And that's okay. Give yourself that gift. Practice sharpening that sword. And so again, knowing that you've completed another week, how does your Friday, how does your Saturday feel? Feel the excitement of that. Gentle, deep inhales together. Big exhales. And as you're exhaling and you're inhaling, you're breathing into this connection. We'll just do a few more breaths here. Can you see it? Can you see where you are? Can you see what it feels like? Can you feel what it feels like? deep breath. Now gently, I want you to open your eyes. I want you to keep your hands in the way you got them like this. And we're going to create a little mudra together. So you're going to take these circles that you got with your digits. You're going to cross them like this. And then you're going to take your top fingers. And you're going to connect them like this. So you've probably seen this before. But I want us to even just be able to use this. We'll use this as a shared mudra, a hand position, a symbol. So I want you to be able to adapt this mudra. For the time being, this will be our mudra. Now, of course, maybe this is a mudra you've already used before, and that's totally cool. For here, for today, for anybody in this broadcast, for those of you shifters, light guardians, for those of you on the team, I want you to use this mudra, and throughout the day today, at 2 or 3 times throughout the day today, I want you to bring yourself into this mudra, and I want you to take a breath, and I want you to align it with your heart, and symbolically, I want this to be reminding you of this practice today, of your alignment with your intention, showing up with your best honest effort. So it can be more than this. It can represent just the shared inspiration, the shared momentum, the shared courage of the team. Very simply put, allow this to remind you of our connection, of how we choose to show up together. So just take another breath here. Breathe your energy into this mudra. One more deep breath. Now gently bring your mudra up to your third eye. And just take a moment here. Take one more breath here. Gently release your hands down to your lap. Relax your fingers. Shake your hands out. Open your palms up and back. Good, good. Awesome. So again, that mudra, you can kind of just like even practice like on the fly where it's like, you can kind of like lock into that. And then when you're there, if you find yourself where you're just like, maybe you're already feeling like you're in the flow, or maybe you just kind of like feel like you might need a little reminder, just take a moment for yourself. Boom, boom. And just kind of like straighten up inside. You're like, oh, okay, yes, I can feel what this week is going to feel like for me. I can feel the foresight of the future. I can feel my intention. I can feel the clarity, the shared inspiration. I can feel the love of the team. I feel the sacred warrior. I feel the Skywalker within me, right? The light guardian, the shifter. So there you go. Awesome. Sweet. All right. Thank you everyone again for being here, for joining in for this practice. Again, just reminding you and inviting you that you can definitely just continue to show up for this each and every day. And if maybe if you're watching in the evening, that's totally cool too. So again, just bring a little stretch into your body, move your hands. After this broadcast, if you just need to do like a lot more stretching, that's totally cool. We're going to be moving into our chakra practice in the next moments. And of course, if you are just looking to be able to connect further with the team, a reminder that you can go to paradigmshiftcentral.com, follow the signal there, and through there you can apply for your shifter pass, which connects you to the core team, which is where we do our private meetings, joining in for team broadcasts, working on collaborative projects. You get more connection with me, and it's just an awesome space to be surrounded by other inspired conscious media creators and leaders, people who are stepping into their role. Even and you are doing this. We're all stepping into our role as shifters and as light guardians. But if you want to go a little bit deeper than just these broadcasts and what we normally got, then please feel free to check that out. And of course, you can also sign up to support with a monthly donation on the Patreon, which is a choosing what you with monthly donation of $3 to $5. Patreon.com/Brendan Culleton. Check that out. And the new thing, once we reach 200 active supporters on the team Patreon, then all the people there will be entered into our ongoing lightsaber raffle giveaways that we will be doing. So that way you can get your own lightsaber eventually. That's the idea. I want to just be able to help get more people lightsabers. That's basically the plan. And of course, if you do just want to make a single donation, that's totally fine. And again, last reminder, this quick plug, and then we're right back into the meditation. I appreciate you letting me share because this is all important, right? Owning and acknowledging the value and being able to share that with you, super, super important. Is that if you would like to be able to talk with me about being able to sign up for my monthly coaching services, if you would like to be able to work with me to go deeper, to have access to my private walkie-talkie app so that you can send me messages, check in, we can talk more about what you're creating and just helping you dial in with more momentum, more clarity, more inspiration. And it also helps me practice showing up as a coach as well, which is super, super valuable so that we can keep growing together. Then please feel free to send me a message. Again, that's for my monthly coaching services, and I only have just a very few spots available because I have to be very mindful of how I'm conserving my bandwidth and my energy. So, thank you again, everyone, and I look forward to just being able to connect deeper with all of us together by showing up here. So, sweet. Let's move into our chakra practice meditation. Again, for those of you who are familiar, if I were to tell you, like, hey, did you know, if you would like to, activate your latent superhuman, proto-human, homo luminous abilities of like more intuition and clarity and inspiration, all you have to do is do this practice at least 5 days a week. Would you do it? Well, this is actually like a real thing that we're doing together. So again, by us showing up here, we're creating the space where we can maintain that momentum. So the chakras are, again, organs of perception that exist in the non-physical body. They are part of the astral, the etheric, the emotional, the mental body. Each one has a correlating mantra, which is the sound, the vibration, and each one has a correlating virtue related to the different organs. And through this practice, we begin to not only open our chakras, but balance them, which allows us to establish more relationships so that we can understand how they work, and so that we can also receive information from beyond the present moment related to each one. So again, brow is serenity and inspiration, throat is justness and clairaudience. Heart is compassion, inspiration, and intuition. Solar plexus, also about intuition, but also about the virtue of temperance, sharpening your willpower. Sacral chakra, all about chastity, good balance with your sexual energies, and also the idea of astral projection, being able to cultivate that energy so we can use it in a dream practice. Root chakra, lords of the earth, rooting into the earth, that connection, building the bridge between heaven and earth, and also the virtue of patience. And pulmonary chakras, the virtue of what I consider to be gratitude and connection with our ultra memory, which is also connection to our ancestors. So, let's move into this, starting with the brow chakra. And I really want you to notice this as you do this. Like, honestly, for those of you who've been doing this already, you're going to notice this. When you start doing these mantras, you'll literally start to be able to feel the correlating chakras. You'll become more in tune with it. And when you do this on your own, if you literally just do it quickly, where you're just like E, A, O, U, U, S, you'll feel, you can actually feel the vibration in that different part of your body. So you're becoming more in tune with it. Again, a big part of this practice is just like becoming more in tune with our subtle energies, with our chi body, you can think of it that way, with our force energy, if you want to think about it that way. So, gently putting your hands comfortably in a position where you can maintain stillness, straightening up your spine, clearing your throat if you need to. Getting any water, and we'll move into this together, starting with the brow chakra. We'll do it 3 times each, focusing on the virtue. Again, when you notice your mind wander, that's okay. Gently bring it back to either the sound, the visualization, or the virtue. Any of those is totally fine. And you will notice your mind wander. That's a part of the practice. So, closing your eyes, straightening your spine, shifting it up a bit. The vowel for the brow chakra is the vowel I, pronounced as in ski. The sound is E. Gentle inhale, exhale through the mouth, getting in as much oxygen as possible. The virtue is serenity, just focusing on being here in this place of stillness, of peace, filling our cup with peace as we do this entire practice. Deep, gentle inhale together. Exhale, the sound E. Together again, inhale. If you notice your mind wander, bring it back to the focus of the virtue, the sound. Beautiful. Again, the more you get familiar with this, really inviting you to keep practicing on your own. This weekend I was like in the woods and I was like doing like Tai Chi on a fallen log while doing sun gazing, while doing these mantras. And while I was in that space, closing my eyes and doing that, like I was totally feeling like each one as I was doing the mantras. Quick thing I just want to mention, because I forgot to mention it, that meditation we were doing at the beginning with like the fingers closed, visualization, and the brow towards like just slight tilt. Huge shout out to my friend Oliver, aka Spiritual Investor. If you're not following him, be sure to check him out on Instagram. You'll be seeing more collaboration with me and him in the future. That was a quick meditation that he was doing with me over the weekend, so I wanted to be able to kind of modify it to be able to bring it into this practice. So shout out to our dude. So moving into our throat chakra. Throat chakra is a vowel E, pronounced as in way. The sound is A. And again, this is a virtue of justness. This means speaking in like good way. Knowing when to speak, knowing when not to speak, and knowing how to speak with intention. Less words, more meaning would be a very simple way of putting it. So, straighten up your spine, close your eyes, and also the faculty of clairaudience. In the same way we speak, we can also receive the information of hearing through this chakra as well. Gentle inhale, exhale through the mouth. Together, deep inhale, the sound A. Together again, feeling it in the throat. Again, deep inhale. Beautiful, beautiful. Really feeling that one. That one's like super obvious. One of the more noticeable ones. Moving into the heart chakra. You can put your hands on your heart during this one. Again, heart chakra is vowel O, pronounced as in snow. The sound is O. You know nothing, Jon Snow. How many of you watched Game of Thrones last night? Anyways, side topic. Alright, hands on our hearts, focusing here on compassion. Again, the virtue of service. And again, this is like, I remind you this because there's always going to be new people tuning in. This is about balancing the chakras. Having like a totally open heart chakra is not actually what we want. It's a noble idea, but it's not actually what is needed. Because if you are overly giving, you're going to burn yourself out. So a balanced heart chakra and good love for the self is being able to say no. Understanding, becoming more in tune with the bandwidth of your energy. And that's very important. That way so you can just be like, okay, here's a little bit of love, here's a little bit of love, here's a little bit of love. Oh, it looks like I got to fill up my pitcher. I'm going to go sleep, practice my meditation, get some sunset, and get some like nature in. Boom, 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 boom. You fill up your cup again, and then you pour some more. Opposed to just like showing up and just be like, who wants some love? Yeah, let's do this. All right, woo, woo. Sorry, it's empty. You know, right? So you always gotta like make sure that you're partitioning your love, and that's where the balanced heart chakra comes into play. So healthy, important boundaries, very, very important. So thank you again, everyone, for joining into this. I know each time we do this, there's more and more people tuning in. So please sure to tell your friends. We do have the goal of eventually, you know, what would happen if 500 people started their day with a morning practice like this? Very, very powerful. So good job, shifters. Hands on the heart. Gentle inhale, exhale through your mouth. Getting as much oxygen as possible. Gentle inhale together. Focus on love. The sound O. O. Do you feel it in your heart? Inhale. Oh. Compassion, service. Inhale. Oh. Very good. You guys are doing wonderful. Moving into the pulmonary chakras. Pulmonary chakras are, again, the ones referring to ultra memory. This is, again, our connection with our past, our future selves, our ancestors. Give yourself a gentle massage here. You may notice you're super, super tender. I do recommend, if you are interested, we do have the crystal massage wands. Just message me if you would like to order one of those. Those are super, super good for just getting into the deep tissue, and again, of course, receiving the benefits of the crystals. So just give yourself a quick massage there. Quick mention, for those of you watching on Facebook, just know that the feed could crash at any second. It obviously hasn't yet, but if it does, be sure to jump over to Instagram and YouTube. Alright, pulmonary chakras, after you've given those a gentle massage, hands gently on your lap, and again, closing your eyes here, I want you to visualize the idea of your ancestors standing behind you, and your ancestors gently placing their hands on your shoulder. Very, very powerful metaphysical imagery there. And so as we breathe here, the sound is the sound A, pronounced as in saw, so it is pronounced ah. And as we do this, again, just bringing in gratitude for our connection with our ancestors, understanding the lineage that has brought us to where we are now, and again, also connecting to our future self. In the same way we were visualizing the end of the week and the end of the day, can you visualize where your generation will be in like 2 generations, 7 generations? Don't have to try that right now, but at least you can know, you can feel it. So focusing on a gratitude for our ancestors here, gentle inhale, exhale through the mouth. Relax the face, straighten the spine. They are grateful for you showing up to this practice. This isn't just for you. Gentle inhale together. The sound ah. Together again, inhale. Together again, once more. Beautiful. Awesome. All right, give those shoulders a little bit of a roll as you need to. Moving into our solar chakra. Again, solar chakra is all about the virtue of temperance. And let's check in with ourselves. How was your weekend? How was your temperance over the weekend? Again, you may kind of notice that temperance is going to be something where like it will kind of like come and go. You'll kind of notice this. At some points, like you may kind of be like, wow, my temperance is really awesome. I'm really like doing good with my vices. And then you may find that like one day it's maybe you're like late at night and you're just like, I'm just going to eat that entire bag of chips. And that's life now. So, but at the same time, acknowledge how that felt. Don't necessarily shame yourself for it, but at the same time, like, would you want to do that again? Was that a one-time thing? Are you going to do it less in the future? And so let's kind of resharpen our blade. You might have noticed that maybe your temperance got a little bit duller on the weekend, but again, that's okay. Because like sometimes, like, you know, if you're like constantly stretching an elastic, eventually it can just kind of like snap. So like temperance is something where we kind of, we keep it sharp, we keep it in tune by kind of like allowing it to relax. And this is where it's very important to be able to reward ourselves. We've all heard people kind of, you know, this idea of like completely cutting cold turkey can sometimes like have like a relapse sort of thing. So by rewarding ourselves, and this is what I was talking about even with cannabis, instead of being like, oh, you know, I'm never smoking cannabis, which, hey, you can do, that's totally cool. But if cannabis is an example of how to practice your temperance, create a reward mechanism. So be like, oh, okay, I'm going to just save it for the weekend type thing. Whatever works for you. Finding that healthy balance where you're feeling proud of how you're showing up, yet you're still rewarding yourself. And you're still being able to just do it in a healthy way. Like, that's the important thing. So, you deserve to reward yourself. So be it chocolate, be it cannabis, be it anything of that matter. So, and again, also just the practice of temperance of cultivating your sexual energy. So for anybody here, like, call it no fap or whatever, but if you want to jump on that with the rest of us, absolutely by all means. But honestly, like, the no fap thing, like, for me, it's more more so about not spilling the seed sort of thing. So that's the most important part of it. So anyways, we'll move that energy into the next part as we do our sacral. For now, focusing on the solar. Again, the virtue of temperance. the virtue of also the faculty of intuition, the gut feeling, and also the identity of the self, the power of the self, the solar chakra, the strength of the sun within you. So hands gently on your solar chakra if you choose. The vowel for this is a vowel U, pronounced as in blue. The sound is U. Together, gentle inhale, exhale through the mouth. Let's sharpen our sword together. Gentle inhale. Sharpening your sword with this mantra, getting it ready for the week. Feeling that vibration. Inhale again. Beautiful, beautiful. Again, carrying that intention with you throughout the week. Continuing to practice and sharpen your temperance. Beautiful. All right, let's move into the sacral chakra, and then we got the root chakra, and then we're done for the day. So thank you guys again for showing up. Guys, gals, aliens, all of you. Sacral chakra, again, the importance of our healthy connection with our sacral, our sexual energy. This isn't just sexual energy, this is creative energy. Did you know that through healthy development and cultivation of sexual energy, you can prolong your life? This is literally the way how sexual energy works, is that every time that you spill your cup, you spill your seed, you ejaculate, it literally costs you life essence. So every time that you spill your cup, maybe that's taking away 5 days of your life in the future, sort of thing. I know, and that's pretty crazy, right? Think about that. But seriously, this is kind of the ancient wisdom behind this. So by cultivating it, by practicing this idea of transmuting it through our body as creative energy, there's huge benefits. It just allows us to be able to show up with more creative inspiration, more momentum, more clarity. It changes the way our face is structured. It changes our glow. We become more healthy. It feeds into the rest of our organs and everything. So give yourself the gift, not just for yourself, but others, to be able to show up with that energy by cultivating it in the first place. So again, when we do this one, even as you're breathing throughout the day, just being aware of that microcosmic orbit, that gentle pump, that gentle clench of the Kegel, that muscle gently beneath the anus and the genitals, where you clench it if you're holding back your urine, and then when you clench that, you gently pull energy up your spine, all the way up past your cranium, exhale, the clench, down past your heart, and just kind of feel that water running down your face. So this is a very powerful microcosmic orbit breath that you can use at any point. Again, I'm just mentioning this again, even though a lot of you are familiar with it, a lot of you might be your first time hearing about it. So let's focus on the sacral chakra. The vowel is the vowel M, so pronounced as in mm. And for this one, focusing on our virtue of chastity. And again, also the faculty of astral projection, lucid dreaming. By you cultivating this energy, it's going to help you get more in tune with your dream practice, which is, of course, a big thing we support here in the community. With your eyes closed, gentle inhale, exhale through the mouth. Gentle inhale together. The sound mm. Together again. Inhale. Inhale again. Beautiful. Awesome. Concluding with the root chakra, thank you again everyone for being here. Root chakra, all about patience, and you've been practicing patience simply by showing up. And again, connecting with the roots of the earth, the lords of the earth, building our foundation, creating this connection, becoming the bridge between the earth and the heavens. So you can imagine branches extending up from your crown, roots expanding down from your root chakra, and the colors of the toroidal matrix, the rainbow, spinning as we activate our field, as we literally just strengthen the energy field. We become more in tune with our energy body. So hands gently release, gently relax on your lap or just wherever you're comfortable with them. The vowel for this is a vowel S, pronounced as in sizzling of the snake, rising of the fire that beats the heart of your drum. So again, how have you been practicing patience? How will you continue to practice patience? Nature practices patience, and you are nature. So allow yourself to tap into that natural patience within you. And again, that's a lot of it with trust, right? Does the tree doubt that it's going to grow? It knows it's going to grow. So know who you are. Know that you are that tree, and by you being patient with yourself, the only thing you have to do is go at your own pace. You know, that's how the tortoise won, because it knew what it was. So, closing your eyes. Gentle inhale, exhale on your own. Deep inhale together. The sound S. Together again. Focus. Take a breath here. Observe how your body's feeling. Observe your increased sensitivity, your acuteness to your energy body. Observe how you feel relaxed. Observe how you feel inspired. Going back to the beginning of this week, remember your alignment with how it feels to be able to show up today with good effort, and how this week is going to feel by the time you get to Friday. Feeling that inspiration. Allow that to be able to bring you into that alignment. So that as you move through this week, you'll find that you'll be in like this effortless flow. You'll still be showing up. You'll still be working. You'll still be playing. But you'll be in this state where you're just like, okay, one thing to the next. Small tasks at a time, showing up as need be, showing up, reflecting, clarity, inspiration, flow. Your natural rhythm. That is what it feels like when you're on your dharma. Things will just naturally flow. That is the script you're creating for yourself. Before we conclude this practice, let's just do a quick scan all the way from the top to the bottom with each sound. And I want you to really focus, kind of what I was saying before, on... Oh, did we lose the... Okay, looks like I might have lost the YouTube broadcast. Weird. That's like never happened before. Let me just double check here.
Here's a question. Was it necessary to
about
create
that.
a luxury car more teched out than Silicon Valley?
It's an ad in the background. Oh, wow. Okay, somehow we totally lost the YouTube feed. Sorry about that, YouTube. Anyways, let's conclude it here just for everybody on Instagram. All right, so quick scan from the top of the body, closing your eyes. So again, it's going to be just follow my lead. I'm just going to go through it once. It's going to be brow chakra, and you can even put your finger on each chakra as we move through it. So it's going to be E, brow, A, throat, U, heart, A, pulmonary, U, solar, sacral, S, root. And again, the more you learn this, the more you're going to be able to like not only get familiar with this, but also practice it and teach it to other people. That's the idea. Like, I'm teaching you this so that eventually you'll be able to teach this to others. Closing your eyes. Follow my lead as you need to. Put your finger on each chakra. And again, I want you to really focus on just like feeling the vibration in that spot of the body, becoming more aware of it. Gentle inhale, exhale on your own. Together here, deep inhale. 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 Beautiful. All right. So, encouraging you to practice that a little bit more on your own, and you'll get a little bit more familiar with it. We're going to wrap up this broadcast here. So, again, let's just take one more breath here as we just kind of, again, just drop into the space of inspiration, clarity. Get some big exhales going there. Give yourself a little bit of a shake. Get some audible noises there. Get a little bit of like that big exhale with the shake it out if you need to. Or just end very gently and calmly, whatever you feel you need in this moment. Just listen to that. Awesome. All right, dropping those hearts. Thank you, everyone, again, so much for being here. Again, inviting you and encouraging you to challenge yourself to practice this on a regular routine. Again, 5 days a week, doing this. Guaranteed activation into your potentials as a superhuman. I mean, straight up, this is like ancient practices. So again, the key to this is the consistency. So inviting you to be able to join us back here again at 9 a.m. tomorrow, Tuesday, and again throughout the week to the best of your ability. Please feel free to just drop these comments, share this with your friends. I know you can't post it to stories, but if you do, like, take a screenshot, tag me in it, and I'll reshare it, and you can just share it to people manually. And of course, be sure to check out more at ParadigmShiftCentral.com to be able to explore more with the team if you haven't yet. Again, I can just see some people in the chat here. Huge shout out to people. Shout out to my buddy Oliver. I did give a shout out to Oliver earlier in the broadcast. Some of you would have heard who, again, we were doing the bit of visualization practice, meditation. Definitely be sure to connect with him if you haven't already yet. But again, for everybody here, anybody whose name you see, by all means, please feel free to connect with each other, and that way the team will just continue to build, we'll continue to grow together, continue to vibe together. So be sure to check out more at ParadigmShiftCentral.com, like I said. And again, reminding you that you can think of this class as like a pay what you wish community donation class. So if you're going into YMCA, there'll be a little donation box. When you're able to, be sure to check out the team Patreon and add a monthly donation there, $3, $5, whatever works for you. And again, that gets you your 25% discount key for items at the Quest item shop, which includes the shift buttons, the exclusive Light Guardian crystals, and lots of other cool stuff as well. So appreciate you guys being here. Be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube at youtube.com/SkullBabylon. We got a cool broadcast coming up this Thursday for Leading the Shift with our buddy Nathaniel Solis, who is another awesome conscious creator and media coach. And again, just wrapping this up with a little bit of eye gazing. Do you feel it? Okay, dropping in here. Starting our week off with clarity, with intention, with inspiration. Again, I want you to really feel, what's your Friday going to feel like after you've showed up this week and you're just like, yes, this was an awesome week. It's a full moon. We have done it. We have made it. We have made a difference. We have changed the world by changing ourselves, by changing the way that we show up. We have been creating routines, building momentum, creating consistency, the shared momentum of the team. So just ending here with just a little bit of eye gazing. So every single day and every single week is another opportunity for us to plant those seeds. In the garden of our dreams, we will grow all that we need. Everything that we have so that we can share what it is that we see. For it is the perception and the mindset, it is the attitude of your being that allows us to keep showing up and to keep on giving. So let us share the fruits that our garden has to give. Let us bring more love in this world. Let us awaken to the inner kid, to bring that playful energy, yet with the confidence of a warrior, for us to be able to see that everything is unfolding into new realms, unfolding into new ways, allowing us to be here, to take part in this play. So let us stand on this stage, knowing well who we are, that we are just actors of the stars, here to take part. Sending you guys good vibes. Bonus like Reiki, cosmic energy, all the things you need are already within arm's reach. And remember, the most important superpower that you have is the power of the heart. So, there we go. Thank you again, everyone, so much for being here. My name is Wolf, aka Skull Babylon, Mystic Spider-Man. This has been Waking Up with Wolf. Ended off with a little bit of a wolf howl. Have an awesome day today. Please feel free to send me any messages. I always look forward to being able to just hear about the awesome synchronicities and things that you guys are creating, where you are, when you are. Go plant those seeds. Go be a shifter. Go be a light guardian. You already are. Plant the inspiration that will continue to grow to help change this nation. And yeah, thank you for showing up. Be who you are here to be. Do what you are here to do. And until next time, I'll see you then. Much love, everyone. Keep it shifty. And as always, peace, love, and wholeness. And I'll see you in the future. Pew, pew.